The chair now recognizes the gentleman from California, Mr. Lieu, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Last term, when Democrats were in control, we put people over politics and passed a bipartisan infrastructure law to rebuild your roads, bridges, and highways, to take lead out of water pipes, and to put broadband internet everywhere, from rural areas to cities to suburbs and everywhere in between. This year, when Republicans took control of the House, what did they do? They spent the enormous resources of their committee staff and the time and attention of their members to hold not one, but 2 hearings complaining about Twitter. They also took turns to read the United States Constitution on the House floor. How does that help you, the American people? It doesn't. But it's worse than that. Republicans are actually trying to now pass extreme bills that are going to actively harm American families. This week, we're going to vote on a bill that's going to make it easier for books to be banned at schools. It is also going to violate the privacy rights of students. Because if your child, unfortunately, has an eating disorder, or is cyberbullied, or is harassed, or is bullied, that information is going to have to be posted on a public website that the school has. And every other student, every parent is going to know that this is happening at the school. That's an outrageous violation of privacy. And let me tell you, what are the amendments that Republicans rejected when Democrats tried to make this extreme bill better? Here are some amendments Republicans rejected. Republicans voted no on an amendment to remove lead pipes from schools. Republicans voted no on an amendment to ensure kids had access to healthy meals. Republicans voted no on an amendment to help keep firearms out of schools. Republicans voted no on an amendment to prevent schools from monitoring students' menstrual cycles. Republicans also voted no on an amendment to prevent the censorship of the teaching of the Holocaust. This is an extreme bill. It's going to do horrible things to students' privacy, and it's going to increase books that are banned at schools. So in addition to doing stupid stuff and trying to pass extreme bills, Republicans have now gone on a rampage about what the Manhattan District Attorney is doing, without even knowing what the purported charges are or what the grand jury evidence is. What if the evidence is overwhelming? What if it's rock solid that an American by the name of Donald Trump committed crimes? How do Republicans know? They don't. And you know what else they cannot explain? When Trump's former attorney, Michael Cohen, was arrested, indicted, convicted, and went to prison for participating in an illegal hush money payment scheme to Stormy Daniels, not a single Republican leader complaining now said a thing about what happened to Michael Cohen. They cannot explain why they are holding Donald Trump to a different standard. Michael Prison served prison time for participating in an illegal hush money payment scheme to Stormy Daniels. In America, we should apply the same standard to all Americans. No one is above the law, not the former president's enablers, not the former president's attorneys, and not the former president himself. So let's let law enforcement do their work. Let's let the judicial process do its work. And let's wait to see if there are going to be any charges, what those charges may be, and what the evidence is. And then a jury or judge will get to hear this evidence, and the American people will see it, and the prosecution would have to show, beyond a reasonable doubt, with their evidence. And let me conclude with this. Every American, including Donald Trump, is entitled to the presumption of innocence in a court of law, and that presumption will also be applied. So let's just apply the law equally. the way that our founders wanted it to be done. I yield back.